Hey, we're back. So now we're still talking about self-image. We talked a little bit about money. Now what I want to focus on is I want to talk about your self-image in relationships. This one is a big one because sometimes, depending on how we were treated on past relationships, we believe we should be treated the same way in the same relationships that we are in. Sometimes there is abuse. Sometimes there is things that happen to us, and because of that, we think, well, this is what I deserve. I deserve to be treated this way. The only people that I can keep around my inner circle are this type of people, and that's just not true. It's not a reality, and you have to begin to make a conscious effort to not believe that that is truth. Like I was saying, you are valuable. You are extremely valuable. And the lie that a lot of people have believed is that they don't deserve to have rich relationships. But we're here to tell you that you deserve to have rich relationships. The people that are around you can help you become the person that you're supposed to become. There's a big saying that a lot of people in personal growth say, which is, you are the average of the 5 closest people that you hang out with. So what I want you to do is I want you to spend just a couple minutes thinking, who are the 5 closest people that I hang out with? Okay, now let's look at their finances. Let's look at their relationships. Let's look at their health. Let's look at their faith. Let's look at every area of life and think, if I'm the average of those people, is this the kind of people I should be putting and sowing seeds into? Because just think about it. If you're sowing seeds of time, meaning you're spending time with them, what are you going to reap in the future? Now, I'm not saying to just cut people off because they're at a point in their life where they're struggling. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if there's people that are not wanting to get more out of life, they're not wanting you to get more out of life. As a matter of fact, anytime you do a little better, they start getting a little critical. Why? Because you begin to become better in certain areas, and when you do, it shows areas in their life that they're being a little stagnant in, right? So they may get a little jealous. So what I want you to begin to see is those relationships that I have right now, what kind of seed, what kind of fruit are they going to produce in my life if I keep this up for years, right? Now, I have been very conscious to keep relationships in my life that speak truth to me. People that respect me enough to say, hey, dude, you're acting like an idiot. Stop, right? Those are real friends. Those are real relationships. Now, the different relationships we have is spouse, kids, friends, right? So I believe that you got to keep relationships in their priority level. Now, I believe that God is number one. Spending time with God and making sure that my relationship with God is the best that it can be. Next to that is my relationship with my wife. Next to that is my relationship with my kids. Next to that would be family members and really, really close friends. And next to that would be acquaintances. I think that's how you say that. And then next to that would be other people that I want to help, right? So you have to begin to divide your time and the type of relationships that you have, but also you have to begin to sow seeds of your time on the relationships that you want to produce more fruit. So if you want to grow in faith, if you want to grow in finances, if you want to grow on certain areas of life, you want to begin to go to the places where you can find those people. If you want it, it will come to you. If you desire to have richer relationships, people that challenge you, people that keep you accountable, people that expect more out of you, it can come to you. You just have to believe that you can have that. Not just believe that you can have it, but begin to sow seeds into that. So, what do you believe about yourself when it comes to relationships? Do you believe that you deserve rich relationships? Or have you always just seen relationships as, it's no big deal. I just have these friends from high school. I just have these people that do all this and that. They're in the same spot they've been for 10 years, but who cares, right? You have to begin to be conscious, because the one thing that we talk about is being healthy in every area of life. So if you want to be healthier, you have to also be around the people that have healthier habits. Now, obviously, there's not a single person that's perfect, right? So some of the people that you may be around are still going to be a work in progress. We all are. So it's just a matter of being around people that want a little bit more out of life, right? So begin to be conscious about that, and begin to watch where you're sowing your seeds of time in relationships.